This whole time I've had a bit of a food issue. So I built a bit of a temporary farm. I've got carrots, wheat, beetroot, rice, and other stuff. I wanted to do this more formally, but the issue was reaching a tipping point, and so I just had to take action. This will be rebuilt at some point. It's not in the state that I want it to be in forever, but until then, we have food for now. What I want to do today is just get into some building, and I think I want to build a river. A river is what this area really needs to tie together. I've made a couple rivers, none as long as this one will end up. My plan is to complete a small section first to really rough out the details and how I want it to look, then go on to replicate the design across the rest of the river. What I've done is just put together a nice time lapse of the building process, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy. As you can see, I finished a small section before I went and completed the rest. I think for something like this, where the design is kind of random, it was really useful. So I've done it. I have completed most of the river here, which I am really happy about. I'll be able to get some good angles from it that you'll see. I took a while. The footage that you saw was over the course of probably 5 hours, probably 5 hours. It wasn't that difficult. It was more just trying to make stuff seem random, which is kind of hard. I haven't really done much with up here, but let's get can we get a bit of a vantage point? So I think it's quite nice. It kind of comes around and goes down. And then I haven't quite finished through here. We've got the farm. But we've got these... I've kind of done these boulders along here. Like there and over there. Which I quite like. I think it breaks up the lines of sight quite nicely. And I've used a lot of this coarse dirt. Which is nice. I might even... I constantly think I want more of the coarse dirt. There's nothing set in stone, but for now, I think it frames everything quite nicely, and I've used, like, seaweed and the, I can't remember what they're called, but those ones, all along here, and I've used quite a bit of mossy cobble, which is quite nice, and I think it provides just some really nice structure, and this kind of stone around here, stone boulders, I'm thinking of continuing that. And that being kind of the area that we're in. I am still on a mission to get rid of as many of these as possible. I like it. I like it. I've got these trees. I've never really built custom trees, and these are, I don't know if you can barely call these custom trees, but it was interesting. It's very hard to. They can look bad very quickly. I do need to finish this part here, and I need to finish, I mean, it's meant to go all the way down, like past here. I'm thinking I kind of might want to do a windmill, or something big like that, which I just need to figure out where to put it and where will look good. Because I think coming in would be from over there, so if, like, maybe over here. I just need to think that through, but... I wanna have some fields and like a windmill. I think this area, with the boulders and stuff, it's not gonna really fit in this kind of area. So I'm thinking of kind of moving it, and I want it to be quite big, so it can be further away. Like maybe even over behind. I need to get rid of these trees. They're blocking all the sight lines and everything. Now that I'd finished the river, I sat back and thought about what else this area needed. Something I'd wanted to do in this series was build bigger. Not really big, but just bigger than I usually do. I think composition-wise, for the landscape, having a big structure can really anchor the space. A windmill was what I landed on. I did some research and came up with a design. Then I started building. Maybe I flattened just this a touch and put it here. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I think if we take this down by 2 levels, it'll be good. Maybe about that high? I want it to be big. Yeah, I'm liking that. Maybe even a little bit higher. Like if you're down here. Maybe it's not high enough. Maybe I do need to go higher. And down here it seems smaller. Yeah, maybe that is. After I was finished mapping out the height, I was ready to set off. Quickly realizing I was not going to have anywhere near enough materials, I set out to get some stone. I don't know if I've shown this area off yet. It's kind of been my quarry for stone and andesite, and a little bit deeper for deep slate. I think it's worth saying at this point that I think it's very valuable to just get something on the canvas per se. I know that this won't be the best build ever, but the only way to improve and to have something to look back and critique is to actually build something. I would encourage anyone who wants to get better at building, but this also applies to a lot of things in life, to just do something. Even if it's not going to be your best or even good, something is better than nothing. And I think in the process of trying to become better at something, that goes a long way. I first built this river, which I think looks really nice. I really like it. Good thought, I really liked my build. I think it flows quite nice. I think the sightlines of it are quite good. Obviously not quite finished down there, but it's got a lot of this kind of... There was a lot of trying to make stuff that was random, which can be difficult. Once you kind of get into the groove of it, you kind of just keep going. I think it's quite nice, and obviously, we've got the windmill, which I love. I really like it. I think it looks really cool from over here. It's big. I like how big it is. Eventually, the windmill will spin with Create. Excited for that to happen. That'll be in the next few episodes. I reckon we'll get into Create. I want this side so that if the river continues down here, I was thinking even maybe a little waterfall down here at some point, if we landscape it to be a bit flatter along here, then drop more significantly. This side that we're on now, kind of want it to have the vibe of these boulders. It obviously won't be as close as it is right here, but I want to add these boulders kind of across the place and have that kind of the vibe over here. And then over there on the other side, I want it to be farmlandy. Crops, animals, it's all over there, around the windmill. So let's go over to the windmill and have a look. I love the leaves all the way around it. It kind of matches the vibe of the house, as it's kind of been taken by the land a little bit. We've got some mossy bricks and stuff in here, and vines everywhere, which I think are nice. I've kind of done it nicely from all the angles you can look at it. I think it looks pretty nice, but I think it's the best from this angle over here, especially if you can get up there and look across. I hope everyone likes the windmill as much as I do, and the river. I like the river. A topic I wanted to talk about was streaming. I would be interested in... I've done a little bit of streaming in the past, never to any people, really, just to my friends. If anyone was interested in me doing some streaming on this world while I'm building and stuff like that, would be interested, just let me know in the comments. Also, you'll probably see this video while I am away on holiday for Christmas and New Year's. It'll probably be a week and a half, 2 weeks before another video, but I hope everyone sticks around, because I definitely will be. Got a lot of support in the last episode. At the moment of saying this, I think it's got about 600 views, which is insane. I gained over 20 subscribers overnight, which I was very pleased with, and just a bunch of really nice comments. I love to see it. I love that people are enjoying, and I hope it only gets better. And I think I've done a good job with these 2 builds, and hopefully this whole area will start to come together.